What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Today we'll be looking at the HS430 mini drone by a company called Holy Stone. The reason why I got this drone is I really want to get a nicer drone that has 4K footage, built-in gimbal and all of that, so I can get some nice e-bike riding footage. But I'm a beginner at drones, so I have no idea what I'm doing. So rather than crash a $1,000 plus expensive drone, I decided to pick up this one so I could learn with this. This is a beginner's drone that is aimed at beginners or kids. It says ages 14 plus, but honestly with kids these days, I'm pretty sure 8 or 9-year-old get the hang of this easily. Taking a look inside the box, you have the remote control. This is powered with 3 AAA batteries. You can use it either just like this as I have it, or you can flip it open, put your phone right here, pair that to your drone, and you can see the footage while you fly. Beyond that, you have 2 extra propellers and a screwdriver to replace them, USB charging cable, 2 batteries. These are 730 milliamp batteries that are rated for 39 minutes of flight time each. At first, I was charging these up with a micro USB cable that I had, and I was disappointed that there was no indicator to show how much charge they had. Because typically, when devices like this come with these little cheap cables, I usually toss them aside and use my own cable instead. With this one, after I read the manual, I learned that this actually has a LED indicator right here. So to charge these batteries, you need to make sure you use this cable here. Once you charge it, it'll blink red. And once it's done charging, the light go off. That's when you know they're good to go again. These are rated for 39 minutes of flight time each. And the cool part about them having the built-in charger ports on each battery is you can put one in your drone and have the other one charging, and then when they die, switch them around and just keep doing that, and you'll pretty much have infinite flying time. And last but not least, you have the drone itself. When it comes in the box, this will be all folded up, so the propellers do fold back to make it more portable. And these guards will also be in the bag, but they just kind of clip on to the propellers like so. Honestly, this is a very easy drone to learn. I had this drone for about 2 weeks now, never had the chance to learn it, but this weekend I had an unfortunate event where my house basically almost burnt down. So for 2 days I had no power, nothing better to do. Me and my son went outside and finally decided to give this a go. And overall, it probably took us about 2 or 3 minutes each to pick this up and start flying. There is a little bit of a learning curve, how to set it up. So definitely, when you buy one of these, make sure you actually read the manual. Otherwise, you're going to be severely lost because it is simple, but you do need to follow the instructions that they give you. Getting started is pretty easy. Once you have the drone, your battery charged, there's a little port here on the back of it. Just grab the battery, slip it in there. There's a power button right here. Turn that on. It'll start blinking red, and then your light up front will also light up. After that, you just want to download the app. It's called Holy Stone FPV, I think it was. Download that, turn on the drone, and then you want to go into your phone's Wi-Fi settings, and you want to connect it to the Holy Drone Wi-Fi network. Once you do that, open up the app, and you're pretty much good to go. After that, it'll set up and automatically be connected. Once you have the app running, you turn on this remote. Once you do that, to sync the remote, you want to flick this left joystick down and up quickly, and that'll get this to connect. And then it'll go solid and stop blinking. That's when you know it's connected. And then from there, what you want to do is calibrate your gyro sensors. It says in the manual to do this right before every flight and also every time you crash. So to do that, you want to do both of these to the bottom right. So you want to grab these 2 sticks, hold it over here. After you hold it for a few seconds there, you'll hear a beep. And once that beeps, you know your gyro sensors are calibrated. Now, to start this up, what I like about this, it kind of has a lot of safety features. You can't just push a button and get started and randomly have this drone flying around like crazy. So in order to get the propeller started, same thing to like a command with the joysticks. You want to grab both of these and put them basically pointing at these 2 buttons. So the 2 inner bottom left and bottom right. Once you do that, the propellers will get started. And as you can see, you get started. Do the same thing, it'll turn it off. I'm indoors right now, so I'm not gonna fly this. But yeah, it's pretty easy to learn. Me and my son went out and got started in the garage. We did a few test flights. We are new at this. Like I said, I've never used a drone before. He hasn't either, but he was excited way more than I was to try this out. So we both used it. Maybe about 2 or 3 minutes. We were both comfortable enough to fly it around the garage and in the backyard. But at times you can lose control of where it's going or kind of get too close to something and you won't be confident enough that you could fix it. So in that situation, what we'll do is we'll hit this button here, which is the takeoff and landing button. So every time we weren't sure that we were fully controlling it, we'll hit that. And basically that'll just send this into emergency landing. It wasn't always in the best location when we did this. So we did have a few crashes. One of the crashes sounded pretty bad. I was almost positive that something broke and flew off of this, but once I inspected it, it was as good as new. He also crashed it about 2 times as well. So we went through about maybe 3 or 4 crashes total, but these don't feel very solid. It's like a plastic material, almost like a zip tie, but a little more rigid. But they do their job really well to protect your propellers from breaking. And a good part, if you do get a crash and something does break off, it does include 2 more of these propellers. So you can lose 2 of these, replace them, so you have 2 extra lives. Once that's over, either reach out to the company and get some more, or maybe you're just not very good at flying drones. So it does have the light here on front, but it's honestly not very usable as an actual light source. Like, it barely illuminates. It's more just for an accent. So I mean, it looks cool, and I guess one good thing about it is it does light up slightly. So if you lose this in a bush or something, that would help you make it easier to find where it's at. So this drone does have a camera built in the front here. It's a 1080p camera. This drone is only $45, but for paying $45 for this drone, I was honestly impressed with the quality of this camera. It can do video or photos. I mean, it's not the clearest, most highest quality camera you're gonna find on a drone, but for 45 bucks, it's gonna get the job done to see where you're going and capture a few videos and photos. I mean, this is not a footage capturing drone. This is a hobbyist drone, so if you want to capture footage for a YouTube video or a project you're working on, you want to look into a drone that has a built-in gimbal and probably a 4K camera. But as for something for fun to fly around your yard or to learn like I am, this is the perfect drone for that situation. So yeah, beyond what I've mentioned, there's also a few other modes. There's a circle flying mode, a flipping mode, and even a VR mode. I haven't tried any of those, and honestly, I'm not sure if I will. Those are more just, I guess, for fun. For me, I bought this to learn how to fly a drone. So that's probably what I'm mostly going to use this for. Once I get the hang of this and I haven't crashed it after many flights, that's when I'm probably going to upgrade to a better drone and start getting into drone footage capturing. So if you guys are looking for a good beginner drone, I highly recommend this one here. For 45 bucks is definitely a great value. I think that about wraps up this video for today. So if you guys have any questions at all, as usual, drop me a comment. Let me know and I'll do what I can to help. Otherwise, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.